Hello, welcome to the Stephanie Herman Show. I'm so glad you came to see this wonderful show, which is behind the scenes of dancing. I'm going to take you behind the scenes where I'm going to tell you the secrets and the process behind every single dance that I will be doing here. As a former principal ballerina, dancing with Rudolf Nureyev and Mikhail Baryshnikov, I had a wonderful career, and then I became a fitness innovator where I created a dance exercise video to make dance simple. It's called Dance With Me, Dance Workout. And what I did was I was inspired by All That Jazz, the Chicago movie, and I thought I will perform this on stage, film it, and make it an inspiration for dancers like you. There's always a dancer inside of you somewhere. And make it simple and break down the steps. So I got the rights to All That Jazz, and I performed it. We were all ready to film it, and it was done. It was great. And at the very end, when we're about to release the Dance With Me Dance Workout, I find out I didn't have the licensing rights to the soundtrack of All That Jazz. I only had the licensing rights to the composition. What am I to do? So what I did was I called up this place called The Magic Shop, where Christopher Hedge is a composer, and he recomposed the music, followed the camera work of me dancing to the timing and everything, and he said, I've got it done. He showed it to me, and he says, all I have to do now is put a microphone on your feet so I can also record the soundtracks, which he did, and then voila, there was Dance With Me Dance Workout finished. No one would ever know that this music was composed after the fact. So sit back and enjoy the show and watch All That Jazz. Does anyone think they can't dance? You? Why not? Of course you can. You can, and you can. I'll try anyway, no matter what. Let me tell you about the next secret. Enrich, enhance, enjoy. I thought after the Dance With Me dance workout fitness video that I would want to do a TV show, The Stephanie Herman Show, and make it all about dance and exercise. So the first show I did, I taught people how to dance and the simplicity of putting the muscle isolations together, and 1 and 2 and 3 turns into a dance. The final product I showed to my husband, and he said to me, you know, if people want to exercise, they will buy your videos. If they watch TV, they really want to be entertained. So why don't you perform a dance and have interviews of different people, of places and things of interest, and do it like the Dinah Shore Show. The Dinah Shore Show is a classic from way back when, where Dinah Shore comes out in all these gorgeous outfits, and then she sings and she entertains and she interviews different people. The thought of this, after being a fitness innovator for 15 years and not being a dancer anymore, kind of scared me. And I thought, how am I ever going to be able to become a dancer again in front of cameras? So my husband said, look, just do it for a couple of times, try it on like a coat and see how it fits. So I said, okay. I got 3 of my friends who are dancers. I said, let me choreograph a dance with you. We'll be on TV and let's do it. We actually got a really wonderful dance together. And 2 days before we were about to film the Stephanie Herman Show, I got very sad news that my brother-in-law, my husband's brother, died. And I needed to go to New York City. I'm in California, moving to New York City to go to the funeral. And then after the funeral, I took the plane, I came back here, and I arrived just 4 hours before the show. And I was jet lagged, I was exhausted, I was emotionally exhausted. And I was trying to decide, how am I ever going to get through this dancer in me coming alive again? So I thought, I'm going to dedicate this dance to my brother-in-law, Jim Singer. And it was his spirit that danced with me through this production. So I want you to enjoy this, enrich your lives, and enhance it by this show. Let me tell you about the next piece, which is the grape dance. It was inspired by the struggles of the Ceja winery, and it was about Mexican immigrants. They were on my TV show. I interviewed them, and it was all about the Mexican immigrants who started coming to California and helped build the vineyards that were in the Carneros region. And there's this one family, the Ceja family, who had 10 children, and their dream was to build a winery in the Carneros region. They finally had their dreams come true of building 170 acres of land and a very successful wine, many wines also. And I performed this dance with Sonia Erickson, and we got a giant rubber band to symbolize the struggles that they went through and what they had to endure in order to make their dreams come true. And we start in a pod. We're like 2 seeds in a pod, and you slowly see us trying to come out like the struggles of working to make something happen, and it doesn't happen, and it doesn't appear, and it goes back in, and then it comes out again, and like the seeds growing and the representation of the grapes growing until they really build the roots down in the ground. They start coming up and forming, and as they come up, they pull and push, and finally at one point you'll see we make the shape of a wine glass. And then we pull apart and we start getting stronger, and we build. And she's a blonde, Sonia Erickson, she represents the white grape, and I'm the brunette representing the red wine, the red grape. And then finally we reach our goal of making our dreams come true, and we're this strong vineyard and grape wine, and this represents Ceja Vineyard. So come sit and watch the grape dance with us. Let me tell you the story of the butterfly dance. I had the opportunity of meeting the world composer, John Zaretsky. And when we met, he said he wanted me to choreograph his full-length ballet where he had the musical score completely done. And I was so honored that I started working on the choreography, and I got the choreography of the last piece dynamic and fast, and it was very exciting. Simultaneously, at the same time, I'm working on producing the Stephanie Herman show, where I'm interviewing the owner of the Gaia Hotel, which is a green hotel, where the landscape is chemically free, and I wanted to do a dance about a butterfly. And I'm thinking, I only have 2 weeks to do this dance. How am I ever going to get it done? But I remembered I had the choreography of the full-length ballet. I could use that. All I need to do is get some butterfly wings. So I go to this belly dancing store and I find these wings called the Issa wings that are 8 feet long, and they're silk and they're gorgeous. And I thought, great, I had now a week to do the dance. I go into rehearsal, I start dancing the fast dynamic dance with this lots of material. It wasn't working, so what I had to do is I had to slow down the movement so that you see the beautiful ripples of the silk of the butterfly wings. And so for the future, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that butterfly dance in the middle of John Zaretsky's score, and I'm going to have the corps de ballet dancing the fast dynamic dance around me. So why don't you sit back and enjoy these beautiful wings of the butterfly dance. If you would like to have a webcast of any of our Stephanie Herman shows, please feel free to send me your email address. In the meantime, enjoy yourself, and I hope to see you soon, and keep that dancer in you alive.